Because, you know, this is the first time streaming live with a scheduled event on the YouTube. Boy, is that like calculus in college. Let me know, guys, if you guys can hear me or all that stuff in the chat. Maybe I can see you guys and whatnot. But welcome back to Doing It with Jason. Live Friday night. It is 9 o'clock here on the Central Time, 10 o'clock on the East Coast. Don't know any of the other ones, so just bear with me on that. And we're going to get started right now. Well, thank you, and we are back, and yes, I see that we are live. Thank you, you do it. We are live, so we're live. So hopefully it all worked. Holy smokes, UBS, YouTube, it's like a happy marriage. It is like, you know, a slumber party. It is awesome. So we are going to be talking about a lot of cool products from FastCap. I keep looking over here, but there's no camera over there, so let's just change that for a second. Look at this. Got a box of goodies that my sales lady brought me, all FastCap related, all FastCap made, and I'm pretty excited. I even, get this, I even got a book from 2017. Well, you know, it's 2018, and that's how much they love me. So we'll just act like this is 18. But there's a lot of pretty pictures in here. This is a good toilet read, if you guys know what I'm saying. But let's check out the live. Yes, so I like the box. Oh, thank you, you do it. And Paul Peck, you were live. Thank you so much. Jacqueline, hi, please respond. Jason. Jacqueline, hello. I've responded, and there's a fly in here. She has a stream deck. Oh, he has a stream. I said, yeah. Yeah, look. Oh, yeah. Oh, shoot. It's supposed to be out of the frame. But yeah, there it is. Usually it goes there. But yeah, we do have a stream deck here. We are 2018. And then on my HP computer we're broadcasting this on. It's like 3 years old. It was $300. So good luck on that one for the 720p, hopefully. But our internet is super fast. We have Xfinity, and I've got like 150 up, 50 down. No, 150 down. Oh yeah, 150 up would be insane. I think I got like 40 up. So hopefully it's coming out all right. Yeah, you have a Stream Deck too. Yeah, you do it. Stream Decks, seriously, like it's like holy cow. It's like I could play piano now. You know, you do whatever. Jason, I will put the Discord link in your comment. Oh, thank you. Killer Boo Boo 15 is a rad guy. He set up a Discord thing for me. No idea what it is still. It's kind of like a little chat, text and play and hangout. It is really cool. I'm super excited. He's a rad guy for sure. You can get a gigabyte now. I know. Come on. I'm working on it. I need to upgrade the computer first. But I did set up with my brother. Twin brother. I have a twin brother in case you guys didn't know. He helps me with my videos. We look identical, we sound identical. And he's actually on, I think it's like a webcam at his place, but he lives in California. So, other Jason twin brother, are you there? Well, you betcha. I am here. I am here, Jason. How's it going, Jason? Well, hey, it's going terrific. We're live on the YouTube on Doing It with Jason. We're going to be talking about FastCap and all these cool woodworking projects and products. And if anyone has any questions, please leave them in the chat. And, you know, we could all hang out. And, you know, what do you think about that? That is terrific, Jason. That is super cool, for real. I know, it's totally... Hey, guys, that's not really my twin brother. It's just me. But I found out my HP cheap $300 computer has a webcam, and it looks really bad, so I made it look worse. Yeah, if that makes sense. So, like, we can kind of hang out and just be like, you know, if something's not good, it's like, ew, that's horrible. So we kind of have, like, multiple angles just to play with. It's just really fun. $15 more a month for Xfinity gigabyte down. What? You do it. I was just in Xfinity's place. They even sell cell phones. And I was going to switch over because they use Verizon's towers, I guess. But then I told her I have a Google Pixel, and she's like, you're going to need to buy a new phone. And it's full price. And I'm like, and see right now, like, what? Really? You know, that's not worth it for me at all. But let's get started on talking about products and stop all this commotion, you know, like, do it. All right, so and as always, all the links are in the description below this video, and you guys are more than welcome if you want to buy it, if you like it, if I sold you on it. Hey, I will get a hefty little commission. By hefty, I mean tiny, but it doesn't matter because if I like a thing, I will tell you guys, and you know, I'm really true. I'm not going to just make up fake stuff. Call Xfinity up and ask them to upgrade you to. Well, I guess, but in person it didn't work. Like, I guess calling might help. But I will definitely call him up. And what's it? $15 more a month. So I will find out. I thought she said it was like almost double. Killer Boo Boo, hey, if you got mad, switch to that cam. Huh? Hey, if you get mad, switch to that. Oh, that's a good idea. Like angry. Like if I'm just like, ugh. Thank you. Thank you, Killer Boo Boo. You just gave more content to the show. Congratulations. That was awesome. That was really cool. All right, so this is the Highbot. So if you guys are into woodworking at all, and I know you do it, does the 3D like crazy stuff, 3D printing and stuff. So if you guys definitely check out You Do It in his channel, because they talk about so many things that I have no idea and I have to go back to college to understand. But it is pretty freaking cool that you can pretty much build anything with a computer now, for the most part, in like this. I'm sure You Do It. You can make your own Highbot. And print this out, fill it up with glue. But this is a really cool little thing. You know, all the glue comes from down here. You fill it up. It's got really nice, fancy little lid there to cover up. It also, if you hear it, yep, it's got something else in here. And let's see what's in there. So it's got another tip. It's got a different. Sorry, my hands are dirty. I work during the day usually. I try when I'm not like consumed with Facebook and all these things. But it's got a little tiny tip, so we'll just call that tiny tip. Thanks, FastCap. You got a tiny tip, and then you got a normal flat tip. And oh gosh darn it, I forgot to turn off my heater. Well, you know what? Here in Chicago, it is a whopping 30 degrees tonight with some nice sleet, hail, rain. It's going to be snowing tomorrow. Happy spring to you guys, for real. It totally blows. So yeah, Highbot I would put on a list of, you know, pretty cool. Squeeze some glue in here. I guess you just take this off of here, and you know, you don't need that. Just file that away in your file department, and you know, get rid of that, and then put your glue in here. And you know, it holds 6 ounces of glue in case you're really interested. The glue comes here, it goes there. I'm guessing that has to do with like drying up inside your bottle. And look at that, it's actually a separate chamber, you know, all the way. It's hard to, there you go, yeah, right there. It's pretty cool. So next on the list is gonna be my favorite thing of all that FastCap makes, and I just got this yesterday. I broke it apart just to kind of get it out. You know, they make these tape measures so hard to steal. Like if you're at Home Depot and you just want to pop one out and put it in your pocket, you can't. You have to unscrew the darn thing or rip the really thick plastic that cuts yourself, you know, and cuts you. But this is called the Pro Carpenter. Okay, so let me tell you guys about this thing. It's got a little white part here, and it's a tape measure. Okay, so we're gonna get to that part. But it's got a little white thing. You know what? This is like a Post-it note for the cabinet guy. It's like when you're taking measurements and you're like, I need a piece of paper, and you rip open some cardboard, or you rip whatever you find, you know, to do it. Paul Peck knows what I'm talking about. You're hanging some drywall, you're rocking it out, and you're like, I gotta write something on measurement. I'm sure you break little pieces of drywall chunks and just start writing on there, you know. You just make it happen. But this little cute thing right here has a place where you can write, you know, all your measurements on. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm sure it works. If it didn't, why would they sell it? So, but the best part of this thing, well, there's multiple best parts, is that, you know, you pull it out, it's white. I kind of like that, you know, it's really cool instead of the yellow like Stanley I'm used to using. So like, you know, you put it back in. It's good, it works, right? And then, see, it's got the traditional little locking lever here. So you got the locker, but wait, it gets better. This is like the ultimate tape measure. So you could just, you know, get your measurement, boom. But it's also got a button here. This is like dual awesomeness. You can actually, all right, let me get this on camera. I push the button, it holds it. So, you know, like you can like go up to, like I am exactly 18 inches away from my mic. You know, that sort of thing. And you let go of that and it's like magic. So you don't have to go fumbling, you know, especially if you have like fat thumbs or something, you know, you don't have to worry about it. It's just, I don't know. But I like the button part because like I would just literally hold this here. And then if you guys are ever in like, you know, like hanging out and you're just like a bunch of dudes with tape measures and you say, hey, who can go the longest without it breaking and stuff? Actually, that's a really good test. I wish I had better cameras and more angles. But we're just going to go for it and see. This isn't pre-scripted or anything. So far we're at 81 inches and we haven't broke. So that, and look, hold on, up close. Look at that. 81 inches right there. So we're going to go a little further and see when we break. But do you guys ever play this game? It's really, and we broke. So we broke at 89. But, it's like a college dorm room game. It's a drinking game. You can make it whatever game you want it to be. Hey, who's going to break the tape measure and make it go the longest? So, hashtag FastCap. I think it's really cool. But the other cool thing is, gosh darn it, I don't have a pencil here, but if I had a pencil and it broke and my lead wasn't working, look at that. There's a sharpener built into this thing. Now that is my... Wait, Paul packed Fat Max for that. Yeah, you know what, Paul? This isn't Fat Max right now. We're talking about FastCap. Fat Max. Hey. But does Fast Max have a sharpener built into this thing? Because, you know, I'm heavy leaded. I write hard sometimes, and I break lead like there ain't no business. I really like lead pencils, but they don't like me. And I do think they're okay for measuring too, because I mean, you know, they're not that. You get some really fine lead at point, I don't even know. But anyhow, if you're not using lead pencils, this tape measure is totally rad. And that's pretty much it. Other than they really are excited about this part of it. Hold on, let me actually read what it says. It is a, wait, I know they were excited. Oh, it's a lever action belt clip. So does your Fat Max do that, Paul Peck? Look at that. Look at that. For people that have like arthritis, that will get that thing right off your belt faster than you can say, whoopee. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Paul? You know? Do you understand what I am saying? This is a rad thing, you know? I mean, I will probably never use this part of it, but maybe I will. And maybe, you know, tomorrow's a new day. And it's called Old Standby Pro Carpenter. So, you know, it makes some really cool stuff. Costume Co. What is up, Costume Co? All the way in here from Canada. We use yeah. FastCap has some metric stuff too, just for you. And I wish we used metric. I know like my 4mm up to 6mm because that's a lot of like shelf pinholes and different screws and different drill bits. I really love metric for that. I wish I understood metric more and wish I was like raised on it. But unfortunately, I was not because I'm American. And not unfortunately I'm American, but it's just unfortunate that I don't know metric because I would love to know like what, you know, 223 meter, you know, whatever. It's just, it'd be great. But 5mm, I know that. I'm really good friends with them. And 4mm and 6mm. So anything Bloom, they make some hardware and they're from, I don't even remember. But they have a headquarters in North Carolina, but I think they're in like Germany or something. Bloom makes some really cool stuff and it's all in millimeters. Like, so when you're measuring and when you have to install it, it's in millimeter form, so it kind of, you know, it just, it's tough to switch over, you know, that's an inch and 7/16. No, it's whatever in metric. So, that's candy for carpenters. Huh? Yo, Jason, you stealing my lingo. What is your lingo, Custom Co? I dang it, I didn't mean to steal anything. I'm sorry, I really didn't mean to. but I'll consider it stolen. You do it. We use metric and 3D printing. Yeah, I'm darn good. We'll put an R in there with it now because of that. That's awesome. So we need to hang out for real and just like metric into my brain and just like ooze because I really want to know metric, but it's just not like in carpentry when I'm doing it. Like tape measures, like if you're reading it. Like, so honestly, I didn't even know how to read a tape measure, to be even honest with you guys, until I learned and went to a cabinet job at Christmas one year, like 13, 14 years ago. So yeah, it's embarrassing, but you know what? I don't care. I will tell you, because a lot of people don't. And a lot of people don't know how to use ratchet straps. That's huge. The ratchet straps you get, I ran into some kids the other day at Ace Hardware, and they had no idea. The guy was cranking it 100 times over. It was wrapped like a, I don't even know what you would call it, like rainbow around there. It was rolled up like that, and then he was going to attach it. I'm like, hey, let me help you, you know. It's like, and then they're kind of like, nah, bro, we got this. And I'm like, come on, man, I didn't know until I was 20 either. It's cool. And they were about 20. So then they let me do it, and they're like, I knew that. And I'm just like, yeah, that's cool. Because I felt bad. I went into Ace. They were out there doing it. I came out of Ace, bought a bunch of stuff. They're still out there trying to figure out the ratchet. But anyhow, enough silliness. But so, yeah, so like tape measures, back to the whole where I just went scatterbrained here. But, you know, I like the 16ths, you know, and then, of course, you know, like, so like if you don't know, it's not even a big deal. Like, so like just to tell you real quick, so you're at 6, you know, you have a 16th, an 8th, 3/16, a quarter, 5/16, and then you got 3/8, and you got 7/16, and you got a half inch, 9/16, 5/8, 11/16, 3/4, 13, 7/8, and then 15, and then you're at an inch. And when I first started on my first day, the cabinet boss was like, hey, what's the measurement on that? And it was whatever it was, but I was like, It's 9 and 12 sixteenths. And he was like, why am I paying you $8 an hour? And I was like, yeah, I know. But seriously, it took me a few days. Figured it out. It's all good. But in cabinetry, I usually stick to the 16th. I go to the heavy 16th. I don't do the 30 seconds, which is right in between there. And obviously, FastCap's not having all that on there. But, you know, it's not something to be afraid of. It's not something to be embarrassed about either because, I mean, look at me. Look at where it got me. Those are jokes. Can I get some thank you guys, for real. No, that's too much. Back to the chat, just teasing Jason. Kid Tornado 17/16. Exactly. That's a lot. That's more than an inch. So you just broke my computer. So don't do that again. Paul Peck, tell us another story. No. Oh, I've got plenty. Hey, okay, really, for real. Okay. Okay, why did I get into woodworking? Because I was a mechanic since I was like 16. Worked at a Sewell Cadillac, if you guys Google that, in New Orleans. I'm going to tell you a story just for you, Paul Pack. So I was a mechanic over there for a few years. I was doing, so that was my thing. And I really love mechanics. I turbocharged all my cars. This is before Fast and Furious, okay, guys? Don't judge me. But I made an old Mitsubishi Eclipse go really, really fast. It was 4-cylinder, and that was my first credit card debt. Yeah, so a lot of credit card debt. So I was like 18 when I did that. Spent way too much money, thousands and thousands of dollars. So it was 4-cylinder to go like, I don't even know. It was like 12 point something in a quarter mile if you guys are in fast cars. But I spent a lot of money on it. And so anyway, I was a mechanic, and then I moved up here in Illinois after meeting my wife now, Amy. And then so then I worked at a card place, and I was like, hey, just a normal place, doing oil changes, doing like whatever. And so I was like, okay, cool. I was doing that. I did my last oil change, and it was right at Thanksgiving. And I did the oil change, thought it was all good. It was an oil change. I mean, come on, oil change. The guy left, and I guess I got a call the next day, said I was no longer working there anymore because when he was driving 55 down the highway, his hood flew up because, oops, forgot to hook the latch. So therefore, from that day on, I decided I'd rather build than fix. So I don't fix anything anymore because I don't want to fix. I build it from scratch. I understand what I'm doing. I do it the way I'm going to do it. Everything's going to not be missed. Fixing things, you forget, yeah. So that's my story, Paul. Hope you enjoyed it. Kid Tornado 3000 GT baby. Yeah, Paul Peck, me and you have been racing up I was in New Orleans when I lived. So, Lakeshore Drive is where we'd race, and I had an old Eclipse, and right when I turbocharged it without building up the engine at first, just to try it out, because, hey, I was going to blow it up anyway. And then it actually blew up when I was racing an RX-7, but I beat him. But what was funny is when it happened, it was right, and we weren't racing illegally. It was completely legal. But right after it happened, I beat him. The engine blew, fluid was everywhere, and my car started spinning out, and it was a lot of fun. And then all these dudes because it's like a car show out there, and all these dudes you think you had, and they started quoting Fast and Furious because my car is smoking. It was hilarious. But then I got the, loveliness of building the motor again, because that was great, because now I could put eagle rods and pistons, and I don't know, JE pistons, eagle rods is what I did. Boarded out, did all the whole 9 yards, that made it fast. So then it became really fast. At first it wasn't as fast, I was doing 8 pounds of boost, and then it went up to 20, and it was totally rad. And then I sold that car, and I got a 1955 Chevy. Gosh, I don't know what I was thinking. That thing was a hunk of turd, but it was fun. I met my wife in it. I think that's what she married me for. But it was a lot of good time. So, man, we have more products. Jason, I own a 1966 Ford F-150 truck, and it has all original parts and runs. Sweet, Killer Boo Boo. That is totally awesome. Definitely. I like old cars. I don't even know what I would get next. But we are going to go back to some more FastCap stuff. Man, I am so easily sidetracked. So check these out. They also make these shelves, shelf holders, whatever you want to call these. Let's see what they call them. They don't even have names on this stuff. Speed brace. So these are speed brace. And this is what gets me. It's cool. It's metal, and it's neat. You hang it, make a shelf. But these hold 1,000 pounds. That's right, 1,000 pounds. That is pretty much phenomenal to me. 1,000 pounds for a piece of metal, angle iron basically, but it's really smooth. It's really nice. It's made for all their FastCap screws and everything. You know, they make their own screws and it'll set in and recess and be nice and flush. So yeah, I mean, there's not much you could talk about shelf braces. So we're just going to say, yeah, the shelf braces, they stay 1,000 pounds. They're not too heavy at all. I haven't tested them yet, but if you're looking for shelf braces, FastCap makes them, and that's totally cool. And then say, this is one of the first times I've ever seen this before, and I had no idea they even made something like this, which is kind of cool. But you do it. Wow. Oh yeah. So you guys hanging out. Sweet. And let me know if you have any woodworking questions. We could talk about other stuff and cool woodworking. Cause we just spent like 30 minutes talking about cars. Jeez, Paul Peck, you better still be here. So this caught me off guard completely, right here. So this is a long nose pattern maker. So look, it says pattern in it and it says maker in it. So you do it. This might be for you. But it is basically a long nose permanent marker, and it shows a little picture to mark your projects out or to take measurements. I don't know how I feel about this because I've never ran into the issue of needing this. But say you have a piece of wood and, you know, for some reason your normal marker, and look at this thing. Look at this thing. I mean, someone made this and put time into this, so, you know, it's got to be cool. But it's basically a long-tipped permanent marker. So, you know, if you just want to trace something, you know, you can get right up in there really close without worrying about the, but, you know, if you're actually measuring something really detailed, you don't use permanent marker. Shh, don't tell FastCap. But this is like a really long-nosed pencil. That might be kind of cool, too. But, you know, it's cool. So if you have like a spot, maybe there's two pieces of wood and you got to get in between, you know, it's totally rad as well, I'm guessing. I used to sidetrack with my science teacher in high school every day. I would just ask him about when he was in Vietnam, and he would tell us crazy stories. No science. Paul Peck, you're a pro sidetracker. Stop it, Paul Peck. No, you can keep going. It's fine. Okay, so yeah, and then look. Not only is it a long, super long tip marker, it almost looks like a syringe. But the other side is like, you know, your normal marker. So it's like, you know, you could just use this to do exactly the same thing you just did with the long tip. I'm going to have to watch, I mean, honestly, I'm going to have to watch, whoa, geez, wrong, my goodness, sorry for the head trip there. I'm going to have to just do some YouTube research on this pen to see exactly where the long nose pattern maker black pen comes in handy. But as far as like something new on the market, FastCap, totally. You get a thumbs up on that one. Now we're gonna change over a little bit to FastCap, and something that I'm not too thrilled about FastCap. This is called their 11th finger. Okay, so they make really good products. Just for the record, I'm not sponsored, nothing like that. But man, do you see this? This is a push stick. Okay, when you're using a table saw that can cut your 10 fingers off, they made the 11th finger. Okay, so maybe this view will do it more justice, or it's cool. So not cool in a good way. I don't get this, guys, for real. Like, I do not buy one of these. I didn't put the link in the description. The cool part is it's got a magnet. Well, that's terrific. You know, so I'm on my table saw. My table saw is made out of metal. Boom, I put it there. That is awesome, you know. Good job. Bad job is this thing is like literally 11 inches away from the piece of wood that you're scooting. So I am way over here. I wish I could do, I'm going to try doing a side view for you guys. And I watched the video on this of the guy that owns or that made these, and he's so excited about this. But and woodshop teachers were like, man, that was really terrific. Okay, you're pushing this through your table saw. I mean, geez, what kind of leverage do I have? This thing is vibrating like crazy. I just cut this piece with this like 5 minutes ago. Possibly slightly buzzed, but don't tell anyone. And it vibrated like crazy. I had no control whatsoever. Okay, so FastCap, don't sell these to save people's fingers because you're going to like really, this is going to just shoot back and hit me. This is going to slip over. I'm going to fall over. This is not cool. Like, honestly, this is a huge thumbs down. For real. So if you want to make your own, just make one like this. Okay, so this is one I made. It's really simple. You can find this pattern everywhere all over the internet. It's the same part as this right here. Look at that. They almost kind of match up. Difference is I have complete control when I'm going through that table saw. So if you guys are using a table saw, this looks like a foot. But you know what? Throw some magnets on the back, and I can just go magnetize this to the table saw, and I'll be rocking. Not that, that's going to help me keep it. I think their whole idea of this is they're real excited. They're like, oh my gosh, no one else is putting a magnet on a push stick. So they're super excited. It's like, you're not going to lose this magnet. Somebody's going to put it on your table saw. It's always there ready for you. But you know what? The right side of my table saw has a router table on it. It's aluminum, and it's got like a laminate on it. So, there's no magnets over there. So I'd have to put this on my fence, basically upside down on my, on my front part of my fence runners, if that makes any sense. So that'd be kind of cool. But the problem is, like, look at this, guys. Like, there is no support. Like, this is like, I don't even know. This is like going to a 7th grade dance and you're like trying to ask a girl out, but you're just really embarrassed. Like, it's scary. Like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to use this. Oh my gosh, I really don't know what I'm doing. And if this flies off this, then boom, you're just never going to do woodworking again. So if you want, like, seriously, look up these. I don't even know what shape this is. You put your hand here. It locks the wood in right there. FastCap, make one of these magnetized, and I would totally buy it. No. 11th finger equals I'll have 9 fingers, and hopefully that will make up. So you should call that 10th finger, because when you lose a finger, this can make up for it. Way to go, FastCap. Back to the comments. You do it. You need 2 of their push sticks, 1 to push against the fence and 1 to push the piece through, and 1 to drive you to the emergency room. You do it. Like, no. Even with 4 of these, I could put it's not gonna work. Like, this is just, if you make me a video on Twitter, send it to me and show me how it works really good. Because, like, dude, seriously, this was like, my board was going woohoo. It was like surfing, like Paul's doing in like Florida. Like, that board was just going, like, the blade spins this way, and obviously it wants to keep it down, but the beginning of the blade hits the wood, so the blade's spinning, the wood's hitting it, it's going boom, 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 and my thing's just like totally flat bottom. It's like going on a boat really fast. That's what the wood was doing. Not cool at all. Patent pending, Kid Tornado. All right. Paul Peck, I ran a table saw, a big cabinet shop when I was 18. Most dangerous job I ever had. No. It's really not dangerous. I mean, I've been doing it 12 years at least, maybe 12, 13, 12 years. I don't find it, as long as you're not scared of it, as long as it's a heavy duty saw, not one that's going to tip over, as long as there is safety involved, and push sticks like this, not like this. And as long as, I've had to unfollow some Facebook pages lately because, like, there's people just showing their fingers mangled all the time, and it's like, and then that gets in the back of your head, and that plays with you, and you're like, oh, that can happen. But yeah, I mean, things can happen, don't get me wrong, but as long as you're comfortable on the table saw and you know what it does, like, put some boards in there, let them shoot it out at you and see what happens. Not at you, but, like, we should do a video on that. That'd be cool. Just dropping some stuff into, like, army men and stuff into the blade and watch what happens. That'd be really fun. But as long as you know what it can do, I think you're overall okay. Killer Boo Boo Jason, you need a PC upgrade for more cams. That's that. Because, like, seriously, I would just sit here and just be like, hey, what's up? Thank you guys, for real. No, that's unneeded. You don't need to laugh for me. 4x8 sheets of material. Yeah, 4x8 sheets those are easy. Those are like the safe ones. Like, you're way over here. You just throw those suckers on there and go to town. The other thing is get a table saw that doesn't have quite so much horsepower, especially if you're starting out. Like, I'm happy with a 3 horsepower table saw. That's what I have, a Delta. I think it's 3 horsepower. 5 horsepower can be a little tricky and then depending on the way it is, those things lock up. Like, 5 horsepower shooting at you, don't get a table saw based on horsepower just to impress your friends, I guess would be a smart thing. The 3 horsepower is totally fine. It's like, this one's lasted me, I think it's like 8-9 years now. I had a Powermatic before, and then I went to this one. I had a Grizzly first. Grizzly's rad too. But the Delta 3 horsepower, totally efficient, like sufficient. I cut everything, 2 inches thick, all the way to 3/4 plywood, you name it. It has no issues. It's also got the front 45-degree tilt for us old people, so we could just sit there and crank it, and it goes 45. I don't have to go on the side of it, which is really nice. I want an electronic one. That would be cool. I want to push a button and it goes to 45. It goes to whatever I want. You do it. Can you make one of those? Like, you could give me some profits, but you don't have to. But if you can make one of those, that'd be totally awesome. I'll sell it for you. Kickback. Yeah, kickback is definitely. I haven't had any trouble. I've never had a kickback, and now that I said that, tomorrow I'm gonna do a live stream and show you my bruise. But my father-in-law came over like about a year ago. He left with a bruise. It does happen, especially if you're just not paying attention to it for sure. So it's definitely something to be safe. And Formica, yeah, like the laminate, you were cutting the sheets of laminate, or a Formica like table that was laminated already. So we'll just continue reviewing some products here. We've got a few more minutes going, so why not? So FastCap also makes one of these lovely face masks, dust respirator. It's so pretty. It's got a green. What's nice about this is it's got this little rubber spot here. It's all for comfort. And look at that. Look at that. How does it sound? How does a FastCap? I mean, look at that. And it's got the metal. I mean, there's really not much you could do. That, although there's one company that makes these dust masks that are black. I've seen a few people have it, and they fold, and they're black fabric, and you look like a ninja. I totally want one of those. I gotta find out what company that is. But back to FastCap, and it's got the little venting, little check valve thing here, so you're breathing, you're not fogging up your glasses. I could exhale, and look at that. No fog. They should call this the No Fog 2000. All the air went out this way. It didn't just come right back into my face and go through my glasses, and then I can't see what I'm doing. I cut off my finger and have a table saw shoot back stuff at me like Paul Peck does. Is he multi-mask? Is multi-mask? Yeah, sure. I don't know. It's a dust mask. It's for dust. Sorry, if I didn't even say that. It's a dust mask. So when you're cutting little particles of dust, it doesn't get in your nose and kill your lungs. Oh, that rubber spot would keep the air off your glasses. Up in Jersey, it gets cold. You get for some reason I have Jersey Shore in my head now. Thanks, guys, on Twitter. Mr. You Do It and Paul Peck. Up in Jersey, it gets cold and you get fog. Yeah, absolutely. So either A, invest in some glasses that are anti-fogging, or pee on them or something, whatever people do for tricks to keep the fogging down, or just FastCap just totally rocks it right here with this one. Now. We got this one. We got these little plastic things. What in the heck is this plastic thing? Well, I'm about to show you. So you're installing some brand new doors up in, the crib of the homeowner. And, a lot of times I use double stick tape or tape, and I fold it, painter's tape, and I make a door handle. These become painter handles, which is really cool. So if you have a full overlay cabinet, this becomes your handle temporarily until the customer decides what handles they are putting on. But speaking of handles, this is really cool. I do inset, which that means the cabinet and the doors usually are inside of each other, like flush, and there's no like overlay. But if you guys were watching the other night, I did the corner drawers, and I was grinding some corner drawer handles. I'm sure maybe 2 of you guys saw it. All over the whole country, if we base it, not 2 of you in the stream right now. But do you pee on your glasses? I think Paul does, totally. NF 2000. You guys must be just having a blast. I have no idea what you're talking about, NF 2000. So check this out. So I just finished today with this kitchen I've been working on for like the last month. I was sanding everything and staining it live and everything too. So let me see which one it is. Okay, so it's not this, but these are normal corner drawers. So what I did the other night was, this isn't the kitchen I just did, this is a kitchen I did a couple years ago. But if you can see there, you put 2 knobs normally on each door, or each drawer front, because it's a corner drawer and that's how handles are made. So you can do handles or knobs, but it's got to be 1 on each side. But this homeowner was like, hey, I want to get crazy and put my handles right diagonal 45 up on there. And I'm like, that's a pretty cool idea. I haven't thought of that. So what I did was, I don't know if you guys can see it, I'll zoom it in. And if you're just joining us on NBC News, we are talking about kitchen cabinetry. Look at this, I've never had one of these before. This is a kitchen that Doing It With Jason just installed today, although his company's not called Doing It With Jason because no one would hire him. But this is the white oak that I've been doing with the staining and everything. And as you can see, the corner drawers. Hey, Jason. Yes, Jason. Let's zoom in to the corner drawers. So I did, I gotta get over here now. This is all backwards, and I can't even put my hand in front of it. Gosh, I should have brought that further. There's no way to. I need a green screen. Green screen, 4 more cameras, we'll be gold. So I put it. I 45'd each side, grinded away their handle, and luckily there was just enough thread to keep the bolts to go through and bolt up. But she totally enjoyed it. And, you know, it came out really, not that one, no, what are we doing here? So it came out really cool, and so that's their kitchen, that's part of their kitchen. There's a whole bunch of, gosh, I can't use this. There's a whole bunch of other cabinets over here. I'll put pictures up later, and there's glass up top, and this is the hood and all that stuff. So it was a lot of fun. It was a good time. And if I can figure out how to get rid of all these buttons, it was a lot of fun. Thank you guys, thank you, for real. Too much. I gotta stop with this stuff. Watch those corner drawers. Oh, thank you. You do it. Yeah, no, they're really good. I've been doing them for like before companies make corner drawers. Like now everyone's jumped on the bandwagon, but that's what kind of catapulted my cabinet company that I do. And I just, it's a company, but it's just me. And I hire some people occasionally to help me install and everything. But we build everything from scratch. I've been doing it for, way too long. I'm trying to get out of it, which is why I'm here on YouTube. No, I'm kidding. Sort of. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. We build everything from scratch. I have like a 2,000 square foot shop. We got a spray room and everything, which that'd be a cool live if I can just scoot my cart over. I need a laptop and then go over there and do live and do a live spray stream. That'd be pretty totally rad. That looks amazing. Thank you, Custom Co. That's awesome. I like those top cabinets. Yeah, they're not done. I mean, the cabinets are done. She's waiting on the countertop, so don't judge that picture. It was just like, hey, they're makeshifting. They put some fake temporary counters just to hold their microwave and everything. But yeah, they're getting some, I think, marble put in on the 23rd, so that'll be cool. I'll go back and take some real good pictures of that and show you guys. That'd be really fun. Trendsetter, yes, trendsetter, Paul, right here. But anyway, yeah, the corner drawers are a lot of fun. That was a really cool project, and it was fun just to cut those. And guess what? My wife hates me probably, but I didn't even charge her to cut those handles. I was just like, sure. You know, like, do you guys do that a lot if you have your own business? I know you, Paul Peck. Do you, like, say a lot of sures, or are you like, that's going to be a markup? I never do markups. Like, I'm a bad business guy. That's why I need to get out of it. Like, I'm just like, you betcha. You want me to refinish all of them? Sure. Let me go change the color for you. I won't even charge it. No, I don't. I'm not that bad. You know, we don't have any repair orders or whatever you guys call them in the construction industry. I want to build cabinets for my kitchen rather than buy. Yeah, you do it. For real. Get in touch with me. I'll help you if you need any help. I mean, you got a gosh darn printer. I could probably print your kitchen cabinets, which that'd be a rad video. You should fly me over and we should hang out. Print your kitchen. But yeah, like if you need help, I can show you how to lay it out. Just give me measurements and I can even like one-on-one, we can hang out and maybe do a live Twitter or something back and forth. It'd be a lot of fun. What? Yeah, so we have just a couple more since you guys bared with me so long. Thank you guys for hanging out. This is a lot of fun. But we have this FastCap right here. So when you're installing those kitchen cabinets, you do it. If you're doing a white melamine inside, which I don't prefer and I don't do that, they also make these in wood grain colors to match your cabinets. But they're basically stickers that cover their screws, which are totally rad. What up, Paul Peck? $1.99. You are just such a rad dude, Paul. Seriously, we need Paul, me and you need to build your kitchen. You probably have a fancy kitchen, you Mr. Florida. But thank you, Paul. That was totally rad, man. That was such a dude, such a guy. That is $1.99 on top of the other $1.99 you gave me. I am $4 closer to my Asus computer that I am going for. Like I can't use my business money in YouTube. It's like a rule. My wife would make me live in my shop if I did. So I have to like save money and slowly get a computer that'll be faster and upgrade all my YouTube because it's a hobby, all that stuff. But thank you, Paul Peck, for real. That was totally rad, man. But yeah, these screw caps right here, screw caps, they're just little cover stickers, but they're actually really cool. It's really thick product, like, you know, I don't even know what it's made out of, but it's really fun, you know, like, so you screw a 3-inch screw, which the 3-inch screws that they make are pretty rad, and that's in the section, affiliates. You have a hole, but it's the perfect size of it, so you just stick this on there, and you're like, bam, I didn't have to use wood filler, and it's the inside of the cabinets. You know, if you have a customer that is that obsessed with the inside of cabinets and you didn't charge them over like 50 grand for his kitchen, then these are definitely efficient and totally awesome. If you charge them a lot more than $50,000 for his kitchen, depending on the size of it, you might not want to use these, but honestly, they're pretty cool. I don't even use these. I guess I should use them. I've used them a few times. I just usually just leave the hole. And if the customer says, hey, cover the hole, then I go get one of these. But usually customers are cool and make my screw holes really clean. Man, I haven't covered a hole in years. That sounds weird, but no, for real. Like, yeah, that's weird. But yeah, I love it. Yeah, Ace. Yeah, I love Aces for like the price. Like, man, it's like for me, Grizzly when I was starting out was the price point. You know, you get a good saw, you get good equipment for the price point, without a doubt. You know, it's a half the price, but it's like 2/3 of the quality, if that makes sense. You know, it's like 75% quality of like a high-end Porter cable or Porter cable. No, not high-end Porter cable. Wrong words. Powermatic, something like that, or Delta. But yeah, you're getting half the price. You're paying half the price using Grizzly. And they probably make all kinds of cool stuff. They make metalworking stuff and woodworking. But if you're getting into it, that Grizzly saw started my business, and it was like, I want to say it was like $1,200 saw or something. And then I sold it like 5 years, maybe 3 years later for half the price and got half my money back, and then bought a better saw. But man, for what you get, it's not like going to Harbor Freight. It's like, 50%, you're getting 75% product, which I think is totally rad. And that's a good way to look at it. Yeah, so other than that, there is one thing in the magazine I wanted to show you guys that I was looking through. It's 2017. It's a little 2000 late, but watch this. Look at this. If you guys have one of these, let me know. I'm going to have to go get one of these. Maybe I'm going to use Paul Peck's super chat. No, I'm saving for the computer. Uh-oh, we have air leaking in the back shop. But look at that thing. It's like a magnetized wrist thing. Like, Paul Peck, man, we need to like start a team, and you do it. We all wear these, and we just go out places and put screws on it, and we pick up trash and metal. And I don't know if you guys could see it, but I mean, seriously, we all need to like start a team that wears these wristbands. And they're only $21.95 according to the 2017 catalog. But man, that I want a wrist thing. It looks really cool. But just about every 2 streams you do. Okay, so yeah. Well, thank you guys very much for joining. I believe that is it. I didn't put anything. I didn't load up any cool commercials. I was gonna do that, but I forgot. But we will leave on a good note. We could watch The Lamp Lady. This is a rerun in case if you guys have been here before. But there's this Jan Chess. She's really sweet. My daughter, she lives next door. My daughter took a lamp that we were getting appraised because she's like a lamp connoisseur. And we took her the lamp. So you guys can watch this. And then after it's over, it's over. But thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you, Paul Peck, for the, my life sucks. Sad face. Well, hopefully you're talking to somebody else, but it shouldn't suck if you smile. But yeah, thank you guys very much for tuning in. That was totally rad. And hope to see you guys next time on the next one. And check out my neighbor. And that's not working. Well, we're just going to watch my son Eli dance again.
Hey, hello. My name is Elijah. And I like to dance.
All right. Lamp Lady's not working. It's just going black. I don't understand why it's doing that. Goodness gravy, people. It's not working. It's not working. All right. Well, thank you guys. See you later. Have a good night. That was fun. That was a blast. Hope you enjoyed and learned something. I'm just going to stop because I just keep